When choosing a business partner, what I would look for is somebody that has that same set of ethics that you and values that you agree with. Because you find out very quickly in business that when you're picking a business partner, you may try to pick something based off skills or money. Do they have enough money to the table? I think all those things can be taught. Skills can be taught. You can make more money, you can make less money throughout the journey, but having somebody that really just aligns with the end goal, not to get too spiritual with you, but like, you know, if one of your core values is being a Christian, then you should probably pick a business partner that's a Christian so that the decisions that you make aren't they're gonna be difficult decisions all the time, that it's based off that same values. Building a multi-million-dollar business with a childhood friend it's been an amazing roller coaster. There has been some extreme low times and difficult times. There's been extreme high and amazing fun times. I would say definitely the good outweighs it. Works hard, it's challenging, and honestly, there's nothing better than doing it with somebody that you enjoy spending your time with, or somebody that complements your strengths and your weaknesses. I mean, it's been an epic journey. My advice on doing a business with a friend is run. Don't do it, please. Do not do it. I'm joking. No, I like it. I think that, especially in the beginning years of it, because of the camaraderie and having fun together, and it's exciting when you're building something together, that you definitely want to do it with somebody that you trust and that is your friend, and you can, throw ideas off of and make each other better. So yeah, definitely in the beginning, for sure.
Yeah, we have a true standard when it comes to building our team. Thankful, reliable, united excellence. That's what the true stands for. So we take that core value and we see if those people have those. Sometimes you don't know that in the interview. You got to get them out there, give them a shot. If they don't meet those demands, we don't have to personally let them go. We can say, hey, the core values that we've set up in this company long before us is what's going to continue to help this company grow. So that's most of our success, is sticking to the core values. It's very important at True Corp that we find people that work really hard and have our values. Can't be evaluated in an interview, but attitude can. And we feel like people that have bad attitudes about prior jobs and past history that they've had, they're complaining about last employers, those are big signs that they may have been the problem. People come in and own their mistakes and own their past failures, have a great attitude and a great outlook. That already eliminates the fact that they may have a bad attitude when they work for us. Now the second thing is finding out work ethic. And again, sometimes you're not gonna know until you get them out there and let your team take a look at them. But we don't wanna send no bad attitude people out there with our team. So if a guy doesn't make it in 90 days, at least they say he was a pleasure to work with. He just may have not had the skills.
A couple of quick things that you want to take into consideration when you're building a marketing strategy is, who is your best customer? Who is your best customer? How do you make the most amount of profit off that person? And then find out the little places they go, or what they like, or what they do, and capitalize on those. When do you need a plumber? You don't need a plumber unless your water isn't working or your toilet isn't flushing. So what's your next step when your toilet doesn't flush? Most people are gonna go online and type in plumber Lakeland. So that's where we've capitalized off. You find out who your customer is, get their thought pattern of how they're gonna find the need that you can fill for them. That's where you need to be.
I think the number one way to market and to acquire new business is relationships. It always has been and always will be, the connection you make with people. So one good way we figured out to build relationships with people is to give referrals. So if somebody refers us a job, again, we're checking the source. We find out that Mr. Smith gave us this referral. We call Mr. Smith up. We ask him, first question is why? Why'd you refer us? We want to know what his experience was, what led him to this decision. And the second thing we do is we try to find a way to give back, whether it's to give them a gift certificate to lunch or Bucks tickets to the football game. We just want them to know that we really appreciate them taking the time out to refer us a job, no matter how small or big. We really want to dial into our referrals. The biggest question people have is, should I bring my business in-house versus subcontract and outsource the work? Well, we let the team decide. When you find the right person, they force your hand. When you find somebody that drives your hand to force in that situation, it makes the decisions a lot easier. This person's so talented, they're so good. I can bring them in at a rate that makes them feel respected, makes them feel valued, but at the same time, I can use them as a resource to represent my company rather than their own. Some things you should consider when you're gonna internalize if you decide not to do it, usually always is the trust factor. If a person can't be honest about their schedule or their punctuality, little things like that are big indicators that they wouldn't be reliable. That's a big thing about subbing can be easier because you don't have to rely on them. You don't have to provide work for them all the time. You can work them when you need it. And sometimes people work better like that. Sometimes people are built better to run their own and just subcontract work from you, which is a win either way. The best way to pivot is relationships. In marketing, if you make a mistake and maybe put something out that's not really working, dial back into what it costs you nothing, which is your relationships with your peers and networking, talking to people, getting their feedback on what you did and see if they saw your marketing, checking around, asking around, getting feedback, and then basing that decision off what you get from there.